So Betty loves Vincent. Betty has something to do with Farney's
She
death.
wanted a divorce. She wanted a divorce, and he wouldn't agree to a divorce.
Okay, what's your source for the allegation?
My source for the allegation? There was one reporter, Hector Arce, who knew Betty's sister. There was another reporter from the Herald Examiner. I think Frida Dudley was her name.
How about William Grant Sherry, her third husband?
And that was the source that I believed, because William Grant Sherry is an artist, well-known artist in California, and he was her third husband. And he told me the story that Betty was with him that day and that she pushed him.
William Grant Sherry, Betty Davis's third husband, joins us right now on the telephone. Do you hear us, Mr. Sherry?
Yes, hello.
Hi, how are you doing?
Just fine, thank you.
Did Betty Davis ever tell you that she had something to do with the death of Arthur Farnsworth?
Well, it happened early in 1947. Betty and I were walking across Hollywood Boulevard on the way to her attorney's office. And as we got across the street and got near the curb, Betty became very nervous and looked very frightened. And I asked her what was the matter. And she pointed to the curb and said, "This is where I pushed Farney, and he hit his head on the curb. I thought he was drunk." That was all she said about it, and we continued on in, but she continued to be very upset. And it took her quite a while to get over it.
So do you believe, Mr. Sherry, that your former wife, the great Betty Davis, had something to do with the untimely death, shall we say, of her husband?
Well, no, I would have no idea about that because I never gave it any more thought, really. I knew he had been hurt, and I knew he had had trouble before that, and that was about all. I never questioned Betty after that about anything.
Is that we tried to get the file in Warner Brothers. There was no file, and the autopsy report, which was filed in triplicate, have all disappeared.
I know.
Vincent Sherman, did Betty Davis ever confess?
Yes,
what
but
has to be criminally negligent homicide, or?
Yes, but not about that. I did not know that she had said that she pushed her husband. It's a long, complicated story, which I'm saving for a book that I'm doing. But she did confess. She did confess to me during the making of Mr. Skeffington that she was afraid that she had inadvertently caused the death of her husband when he went to see her off when she was on her way to Mexico.
And she was in love with you, Vincent.
Yes, that's what she said.